You. What's up, guys? Happy Monday, right? Yeah, Monday, December 13th, 2021. Cheers to the new week. Not a great start. I guess I'll say that with that. But hey, dude, if you're involved in crypto, you're involved even if just in stocks in general and just trading. All right. Not every week is made the same. And while it's so fun to cheer the days where it's just green every single day, the market's going to do this stuff, man. It's going to have corrections. It's going to pull out. It's going to come down. So you got to just ride with it, all right? There's no point in being upset. If you're upset, then you probably did something wrong, all right? If you've been around for a while, you've been in this market, you understand that this is kind of normal, and you kind of just chilling, right?
Money.
You just gotta relax. I get it. Seen all the red on the charts. I mean, we just move it over here. I mean, good lord. All right, that's a lot of red. So we're gonna take a look, get our bearings here, see what's going on. But ultimately, what you can never do if you want to be a trader, swing trader, day trader, whatever it is, when it comes to this kind of stuff, you gotta keep your cool. All right. You cannot start freaking out and just that's when things go south really quick. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's just dive into it. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Whoever is in here, welcome. How this works really, if you just want to throw a stock, a crypto, corn, a commodity, whatever the hell you want, throw it on in here. I'll take a look at it when I get a second after analyzing Big Daddy Bitcoin. All right, this is what gets the most heads. This is what people care about the most, and it's honestly the meta when it comes to the crypto world. If Bitcoin is selling off, the altcoins, the rest of the market is going to follow it. All right, and not to a T, but to a degree. All right, so here we apply traditional technical analysis to the charts to try and find the mythical edge. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. So we have 23 minutes until the daily candle close. We are looking at the daily on Bitcoin right now. All right, so right off the bat, we're looking at this support back here from April 25th. All right, a major valley. It's what's called an inflection point, right? Major swings that you can tell just by looking, really. And you can gauge a swing by if it meets at least the 382 on the Fibonacci retrace. We'll talk about all that kind of stuff later, but as of right now, these major inflection points are good areas to look at when you're looking for levels of support and resistance, all right? So look left, find the support, find the resistance at these major inflection points, plot them out, and that's a good way to plot out your support and resistance points, all right? So what we're looking at right now on the day, if it were to close right now, and again, we have 22 minutes, so who knows, it could pull back up, you would have what is called a falling three methods Japanese candlestick confirmation, all right? So what that consists of is this big red candle, followed by these three, all right, have pushed it up in this direction, followed by a bearish engulfing candle. This red candle engulfs all three of these on the way back down. Now, to confirm the falling three method, it does have to close below the lowest candle between these bodies here. All right, so if it closes below 47,163, you will confirm a falling three method Japanese candlestick pattern, which is a very bearish pattern. It's more bearish than just your typical bearish engulfing candle. Oh my God, dude, I have my ring going off here. It's more bearish than just a bearish engulfing candle. It's more bearish than an evening star. All right, this is a very serious formation. So, Basque.tech. I'll take a look at it. Are you the Griffith? Ginger Griffith. The Griffith, dude. Welcome, man. We'll give you a spin just for being in here. I don't have the freaking... Is this just pulled up? Oh, here we go. I got it. So, long story short, all of my stuff got deleted a few days ago. Having to come back, but I could at least give you a spin and we could take a look at what you got. Oh, dude, I got the peasant. I don't even have the sound bite for it right now, but we'll be getting back into that. Anyway, Vest.tech, I'll take a look at that when I'm done here, man. But yeah, so falling three method pattern. All right, and this is the context that you need to take into consideration. For one thing, too, you will officially close the body below this support back here from April 25th. All right, this wick low. So closing the body below that is just confirmation of the break of support, which is bearish, man. It's not good. And with a candlestick confirmation like that, dude, again, you know, the forecast here has been 43,000. That lines up right with the 886 from this low to high as far as a Fibonacci retracement. So that's going to be your next level of support. All right, 43,000. But yeah, man, gross. And what you want to see here, right? You've got a falling three method. So the inverse of the falling three method is the rising three method. All right, so that would consist of a big green candle, three candles coming down, three little candles coming down, and then another big green candle that engulfs all of them, right? That would be the rising three method. That's the bullish version of this. That's what you want to see at levels of historical support like this, all right? So you don't want a falling three method at 47,000. You want a rising three method or a morning star or a bullish engulfing candle, okay? You don't want bearish Japanese candlestick patterns, especially ones as strong as these. I mean, you just think about it. You wiped out all three of these candles in one day. All right, dude, that is not good at all. And then right on top of each other, if we're layering things, you're closing below the support. So very bearish, in my opinion. Most likely heading down to 43. I don't see anything on the 4-hour implying divergence or any kind of reversal here. It's like, all right, you're getting a little bit of a doji, but, you know, who cares? Okay. It's that daily is so gross. I don't know how you don't head down to 43. All right, Danny, what's going on, dude? Happy to see you as always. All right, and again, it's not to say, you know, we're not here to say, oh, Bitcoin's dead, it's done. I mean, look at the overall trend. All right, it's a blip. Okay, in the overall trend that is Bitcoin, which has been the most bullish asset by far over the last 10 years of anything in existence, really. Unless somebody has a stock out there they want to point out. I don't know of anything that's been better. But as of right now, in the short term, if we're trying to find targets and areas where this thing might reverse, now is certainly not the time to be buying Bitcoin, okay? Yeah, it's sold off a bunch since its all-time high, and it's down at lower areas, and it's down around the 786 retrace and everything, but we're not getting the confirmation that we want to see that would tell us it's going to reverse back to the upside, all right? So just heads up, and we'll take a look at it when it gets down to the 886 at 43. That maybe then we'll get a rising three methods or something, but as of right now, we're not getting it, man. All right, let's take a look. I know Bitcoin dominance was looking pretty interesting, kind of back testing this level back here, like 40% of the total market cap. All right, not showing divergence anymore. You do have it a little bit on the RSI down here. All right, so you've got a higher low comparatively to lower lows being made in price. So that's what divergence is, when the price and oscillator are essentially moving in different directions. All right, you have classic, you have hidden. This right here would be a case of hidden, or I'm sorry, class A bullish divergence, which is lower low in price, higher low in the oscillator. So getting a little bit of a reaction off that, maybe confirming 39% as the bottom potentially for Bitcoin dominance, which is bad news for altcoins, because if this does play out and Bitcoin becomes more dominant, even though it's selling off, as it looks like it's going to, that basically just means that the altcoins are going to sell off even harder, which we know to usually be the case, right? Usually the altcoins sell off harder when Bitcoin dumps. That's just the way this market goes. All right. So that is Bitcoin dominance. Let's move it over to Ethereum here. All right, which compared to Bitcoin, let's take a look, right? So from Bitcoin's top, its all-time high prior, around 69,000, it is down about 33% off of the all-time high. We move it over to Ethereum. You're only off about 24, right? So 10% more on Bitcoin has sold off than on Ethereum. So it's like, yeah, they're both selling off. And you kind of got a similar thing. While it's not a falling three method, just because there's only 2 candlesticks between these, in this sandwich, if you want to call it that, you need 3 in the middle to be considered a falling three method. It's still a major bearish engulfing candle that's just wiping out these two, these prior green ones from the 2 days prior. So again, it's not good. Not good for Ethereum, and you're probably heading back down into the 618 range. All right, you've got support on these peaks, September 16th, October 8th, lining up with that 618. So that's the zone that we're looking at. But if Bitcoin continues to sell off, keeps doing its thing, yeah, you're probably going to come down to test the 200-day moving average. All right, right around the 786 retrace, all that kind of stuff. You could definitely see something like that. But let's see, 3,500 is going to be the level of support that we're looking for here. And you can even see on the day that the wick came down, price did come down and touch the top of this, right? It touched the peak back here from September 16th, regarding it as support, right? And then price came back up and is trying to close above this level of support. I got so much crap going on in this thing. Hold on. Let's clean up this trash a little bit. Hold on. All right, down to 618. We put our level of support here. And that is our range, right? All right, so regarding, the tip back here as support for now, right? So let's move it to the 4 hour to see if that holds. You've got a small candle barely above it, looking like a little bit of indecision, 14 minutes until that closes. No divergence. Right? Yeah, no divergence on the 4 hour. You don't even have a lower low from December 11th back to, if we're comparing December 4th to December 11th, you don't even have a lower low. It's a higher low. So there's not even any divergence. So what's to say that this is going to pivot here and hold? It's probably not. All right, it's probably going to come down to the 618. And then from there, you've got this area of consolidation back in August. That's right around the 786. So just saying, man. But the thing with Ethereum is that if you're going to stay in the market, Ethereum might be the better move compared to Bitcoin because it's prime right now to outperform. So we can move it to the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart just to reaffirm that, all right? I mean, and just look at how well this is outperformed. What this basically means is that, and if you look over here on the right, this number, this 0.08, all right, that's considered what is Satoshis, which is 100 millionth of a Bitcoin. So 0.08 basically means that the value of Ethereum right now is like 8% of what Bitcoin is worth. All right, so when you're seeing stuff like this, when you're looking at a very bullish chart in regards to Ethereum to Bitcoin, basically just means that it's been outperforming and that it will probably continue to outperform. So we can look and see exactly what this is doing on the chart to gauge whether or not, even if it's selling off, Ethereum is set to outperform. And in that case, it would mean sell off less, all right? Which it has done thus far. But as we can see, if we're looking at the peak here from December 7th, we go all the way back here, 2018, all right? As far as Ethereum to Bitcoin, you are right up against it and regarding it as resistance right now. So let's go ahead, take a look. You do have some slight Class A bearish divergence going on, only on the MACD though. So it's a weak argument as far as bearish divergence here, which is good. Okay, you could very well just come back down to test the peak here from September 3rd, which would also line up directly with the trend line that we can draw on this before pivoting again, okay? If you break this, you would be breaking horizontal support and the trend line here. So essentially, you would probably head back down to the next level that makes sense. And in that case, we have a bunch of weird little peaks going on. So to try and beef them up, throw a Fibonacci on them, I'd say, I think the 50% retrace is a good mark for that. All right, yeah, this peak here from November 5th, came up and touched it August 5th, and there was also an inflection point here, May 26th. So you break, what is it? Hold on. 0.07955 Satoshis. You're probably heading down to 0.073 Satoshis. All right, so maybe in the very short term, Ethereum breaks down a little bit, but still overall very bullish compared to Bitcoin's chart. And we could even take a look. I mean, we have an entire BTC pair. Like, look, notice how bullish Ethereum's pattern is, and then move it to something like Cardano, right? Just been selling off, performing terribly compared to Bitcoin. So it's just night and day as far as these charts go. And the next level to look for, if you just don't break this trend line, don't break this horizontal point. But essentially that means that you have a big, strong level of support here. So I want to see you start to pivot. And I guess technically you do on the 4 hour here have some Class A bullish divergence, right? You've got a higher low forming on lower lows in price. And in 9 minutes and 40 seconds, you'll have a bullish engulfing candle here. So that's exactly what you want to see at levels of historical support. And on the 4 hour could translate into that daily and get you back going in the right direction. So we'll see, but it is showing something as far as bullish divergence, Japanese candlesticks that are bullish, right? It's showing good stuff as to where, you know, Bitcoin is just falling 3 methods and no divergence, stuff like that, all right? So not too shabby, all right? And then let's take a look at Ethereum's dominance. See if that's doing anything relevant here. As far as the total market, it makes up, well, currently about 21.31% of all the money in crypto is in Ethereum right now. And just look at its beautiful rise, man. All right, really good. All right, and you have a major, look at these peaks right here, August 7th, September 2nd, peak back here from May 14th. Also touches here, May 23rd. You know, let's just go ahead, right? One, just to emphasize how strong this level is, and you're currently above it, all right? So if we're talking about Ethereum dominance, as far as taking more of the market share, you're above major levels of historical resistance. And if you come back down in here and follow the trend line, hold on to the demand line, let's say right here, you'll now have that major horizontal point, which has been touched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, as well as the demand line down here is a trend line of support. So this is a very strong area of support that you could definitely see continuing its dominance and rise past Bitcoin. And essentially it has to take the share from Bitcoin in that case. So Ethereum just looks primed from its Bitcoin pairing to its dominance pairing to just outperform Bitcoin. All right, it just looks good. It just looks bullish. All right, from a dominance standpoint, it broke out of major levels of historical resistance. Okay, so is Ethereum going to continue to grow in dominance? Probably. Probably. All right, let's take a look at the total market cap here. All right. Frosty. How we doing tonight, guys? How are we feeling? We feeling bad? You could talk to me. All right. I'm an honest guy. This is a safe space. All right, so looking at the total market cap, you have fallen out of pretty much most levels of historical support. All right, you had this peak back here from April 17th. You are definitely below it, and same deal for, all right, so it's not technically a falling 3 method, but you definitely have wiped out the prior 2 days of momentum and confirmed 2.297 trillion as resistance. So yeah, you're the only place that I'm seeing support. These peaks back here from March 13th, peek back here from February 19th. 1, 2 here, right? May and June. And then, of course, the valley here from September 21st, right down, $1.861 trillion. So that also, I believe, that lines up with the 886 retrace. Deep value. I mean, it's even a little bit below it, but coming down to test the 200-day moving average for the first time. I mean, if you count the scam wick here from December 4th, I guess you tested it and held it then, but really your first test since September 21st. So, fall below that, break that. Yeah, you're heading down to 1.86, 1.779 trillion, which means everything is selling off. But Bitcoin making up most of the market, of course, it's selling off. Means that everything sells off anyway. So again, to reiterate, have to reiterate this. If you're planning on taking a position on any coin, I don't care what it is, Ripple, Cardano, Solana, Avalanche, whatever, you have to do a health check on Bitcoin. If it looks bad, it doesn't matter how good the technical analysis looks on other coins, it's gonna get dumped on. All right? That's just the way this market works. That's what's unique about this market, at least for the time being, right? Maybe in 10 years, 15 years, it's not the case. Things decouple and they actually do things that they promise they're going to do and become a valuable asset in the world. Like VeChain, let's say it actually does what it promises it's going to do and can track supply chain logistics or something like that and is worth the amount of money that they say they will be. At that point, then who cares what Bitcoin does, right? Because it's solving a real world problem. But for the time being, all of these things just being speculative and trying to be the ones that get implemented into major corporations and stuff like that, they're going to follow Bitcoin, okay? Because Bitcoin just is looked at as the health of the market, all right? I don't make the rules, man. But yeah, overall market, you'll get some support. 786 lines up with the 200-day moving average, so maybe. But in my honest opinion, the only real levels of price support that I'm seeing are, back on these peaks back here. And that's at like $1.86 trillion. All right. Are we coolio?
That's not good enough.
All right, man. Let's take a look at Cardano, okay? Well, I'll say this. If you can start to pivot now, so let's just set up the time frame, right? You're at the 618. Actually, no, you're not. I was looking at something from earlier. Let me go ahead and notice the arrows here. Okay, this is how many times price has touched $1 on Cardano. So I think it's a major level of historical support, considering it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times that it touched and held. All right, so you break below $1, really, if you zoom out, because you had such a meteoric run, right, at this point back in February. And that's what's nice about that, is at the time, it's like, oh, dude, it's going straight up. Get in Cardano, it's going to the moon. That's cool, but on the way back down, that is not going to act as support. You're going to cut through that like butter, all right? So the only support really is back here May 18th, and then you also have another little peak here January 18th of this year. I'm talking May 18th of 2018 though, and that's at 39.3 cents, so like 40 cents. So if you break $1, you close below $1, it could be a very fast track down to 40 cents. That's the only level of support that you have. And if we're going off of the local discernible swing low from back here, where does it line up? Right on the 886. All right, deep value retracement at levels of historical support. That's what we talk about, dude. So I get it, man. Cardano, It's a huge coin. It's in the top 10. It does this. It's Ethereum killer, whatever. Nick, yo. What's up, dude? I don't really have any. There we go. Welcome, sir. Welcome. How about Rob getting engaged, dude? I don't really ever see him anymore in here too often. If he was in here, I'd have some choice words for him. But dude, friend from 2nd grade got engaged today. Let's go. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. Happy for him. And you got engaged recently too, man. So you guys are all engaged. I have a very lovely girlfriend that I love very much. Things are fine. We're good. You guys are engaged. Congrats. Told his new friends Brett and Clayton yet. We knew him first. This isn't over. We're not giving up on Jaren. Yeah. Dude. Underrated movie in my opinion. Saving Silverman. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. Hilarious. Alright, dude. Cardano though. It's like I don't see why you're not going to $1. You're below all the peaks here. So notice all the peaks. February, right? March, April, July, all right, at $1.50. Boom. See you later, $1.50. And now you're just like, what is this? You're below the 200. You've been below the 200-day moving average since November 21st. You're painting like evening stars down here. Like this is not. These are not bullish. You have a bullish engulfing candle on December 11th, and then you get an indecision doji followed by a big red candle. It's like, and it just closed. So it just closed a minute ago. So you closed like a. Typically, you want to see morning stars after an uptrend. So at somewhere like up here is where you would want to see what you're looking at right now. This 3 candle stick pattern. These 3. You see it up there usually, that's where you'll get a reversal, but dude, you definitely don't want to see it at the bottom of things either. Alright, so if anything, it would just be like a continuation factor to the downside. And there's no support. Where's the support? Well, you're holding on to the 886? Okay, you just closed below it. So you're probably heading to $1, man. And that is scary AF. Coming at ya. He told him, Dan loves Silverman. Nice. I like Dan, dude. Dan's a good guy. I knew I liked him for some reason. He's a man of taste, a man of culture. But yeah, man, Cardano, dude. If you have Cardano, and I have Cardano, but I'll tell you what, man, I've got a stop loss below $1, 100%. This is not a joke. These kind of markets can do this, and like Cardano's just got flipped by Solana. Like, dude, things do not look good for Cardano. And you'll look at $1 for serious like candle reversals and divergence and stuff like that, of course, but you fall below $1, dude, and it getting flipped by other coins and stuff. It's like, what, people believe that Solana is better than Cardano now? What the hell is the point of keeping Cardano then? Cardano was like the one, right? It was the coin to beat Ethereum, and now it's not. So why can't it go down to 40 cents? You know what I mean? It 100% could. 100%. 100%. This thing could reset all the way down to like 10 cents. There's nothing that's saying it can't. All right, so I'm just saying, man, and if Bitcoin's looking like it's going to continue to dump, you know for a fact Cardano's going with it, and at that point, it's down at $1. And you better pray that Cardano doesn't get down to $1 and then Bitcoin dumps, because it doesn't really matter what sends it past the dollar point, it's past the dollar point. So, dude, I'm just saying, man, look at all the touches at $1. It's also one of the most psychological numbers I can think of. So if we're talking about psychological damage in the market, you close at 98 cents. I mean, I would want to sell it probably. So, dude, $1 is like your last saving grace, man. All right. And you could even have some buy orders at $1. I think that would be smart. Just put a stop down at like 96 cents. I'd probably put a stop. Yeah, give you liberal, a little liberal with it, like 94 cents. All right, because you don't get stopped out with some of this congestion area. But yeah, I wouldn't say now's the time to be buying Cardano. And if you are buying Cardano at $1, you want to try and play that level of historical support, psychological support, sure. And it's showing divergence, stuff like that. Dude, it's the easiest stop loss in the world. Just put it right below $1, like 96 cents. All right. And if it gets stopped out, whatever. But you played a very deep value area on a top 10 coin. All right. And you lose. Let's take a look. Let's say we play the dollar mark. It's showing its divergence and all that stuff. Looks great. All right. We could put a stop at like 90. Yeah, we'll put a stop here. 94 cents, let's say. So then the run up from there, I mean, again, all the peaks, right? These peaks here. Come on, arrow. Yeah, there we go. All right, so these peaks, all right? You see what I'm talking about? That's the only real next level of that makes sense to me, right? I don't really see any resistance up until that point at $1.50. So if you reverse at $1, probably going to $1.50, risking 7% to make 48.47. I'll take that all day long. 7-1 odds. Let's go. Of course. Absolutely. You can even drop it down to the 3-1 odds at that point. What's the 3-1 odd on that? Here at like $1.21, where you're literally at right now, 19%, risking 6. I like it, dude. 3-1 odds. Yeah. But again, I don't really see any resistance on the way back up until like $1.50. And then that's going to be a major level of resistance that you need to break in order to get anywhere to even argue at all. I mean, you still have to break $2.50, which you couldn't do multiple times back here to get back up to $3.13 and then beyond, all right, if that's the case. But I'm telling you, dude, dollar, yuck, man. That's a scary looking chart, dude. That's a cliff. Dan loves Silverman. How's the house going, dude? I got to get over there again. We got to link up and do some football or something. Football. Hug it, chug it. Football. All night.
Okay, this is up.
All right, dude. Let's take a look at space, right? That's one of the stocks that we were watching. Okay. What's it doing? Well, all right, we had the Class A bullish divergence going on. It did spring a little bit at this level. And again, looking historically to the left, this price that we're literally at right now, look how many times it touched, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? This is a very important price historically. And we're talking all the way back to like 2020, May 2020. All right, and when it hits this price, sometimes it just goes straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. It's come down pretty hard. And what has it done? We talk about this sometimes. Spring back test of spring. So it has seemingly come down here, held it on December 3rd, held the line almost perfectly, and then closed above it, sprung up, and now it's coming back down to what is called back tested. Okay, now we are showing, at least on the MACD, hidden bearish divergence. On the RSI, it's kind of just bearish convergence. So I don't see yet the notion that it's going to reverse in the 4 hour. If we get back down to $14.05, all right, this low back here from December 3rd, and hold that with something and then start to pivot. Okay, I'm waiting for this thing to pivot. I'm not trying to time this like right here is where I'm going to buy and get the very bottom, right? I need confirmation that this thing is going to reverse and pivot back towards the upside at major levels of historical support. I'll probably want to see it break this trend line that it's been following. Good Lord, since August 9th. All right, so if it were to come down here, hold, right, confirm that as support, come up and break the trend line, dude, that's probably where I'm looking to get in, all right? But at the same time, if it does confirm this, even if it gets back up to like here, I'd have no problem taking the position. I mean, we have it mapped out over here, all right? All right, we have it mapped out. We have our 3 targets. Stop loss right down around $13.80. All right, so we get confirmation of it holding here and starting to pivot back towards the upside. I'm taking the trade at $14.88. Stop loss is down at $13.80, and then we're just riding it out. All right, and if it gets stopped out before we get to the first target, whatever. But we're playing 5-to-1 odds. Okay.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. Kind of, right? You can never be sure, but I like the value here. This is what we're talking about. We don't buy assets when they're up here, all right? We buy them at deep value retrace areas of historical support, all right? Because the easiest stop loss in the world, again. If you break below this multiple touched line at like 1479, 1440, then you're probably heading down to like $12, $12.21, and then down here to $9, right? But hey, we're risking 8% for the potential to get back up to this local high up here from November 9th, and that's a gain of 42. So historically what this asset has done, just up, down, up, down, up. I like it. All right. Space, let's go Richard. Let's go Dick Branson. Flying people in space. Michael Irvin just got flown into space, dude. How about that? That was Blue Origin, I think, though, but we're sending Michael Irvin into space. Cool. Let's send more athletes up there. Sure. That's pretty cool. And I mean, it is. Like, I'm joking, but it is really, I mean, we're sending people recreationally in space. It's recreationally. For fun. You used to have to be a part of like a top secret program where if you told anybody about it, they would come in the middle of the night and you would commit suicide, right? Now, if you've got enough money, they'll just shoot you up in there for fun. And it'll only improve as time goes on. So eventually, probably when I'm like 60 years old or something, for like, I mean, depending on inflation at that point, for like $10,000, I could go to space. Cowboys up in space. Yeah, dude, space cowboys. There we go. Ha! I get it. Good one. Yeehaw. Am I right?
Are you not entertained?
So yeah, all right, cool. Let's get that confirmation of the back test, right? Because what happened back here? We look back September 8th, right? Sprung up, came down, held, back tested before boom, popping off. And then coming down, making a higher low, and then really making another higher low, and then really going, right? So this is what we want. We want to confirm this as support, and then hopefully get the kind of price action that we've historically seen at this level. 1, 2, it's just bung right there. Up, 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 up. Okay. Let's get it. Bought some Solana recently, but not going to. Yeah. What? Well, can you tell me why you bought it? Because I don't think I said to buy it, sir. Not that you need to listen to everything I say, but with Bitcoin doing what it's doing, man, you got to be careful with everything. Ethereum, Solana. Now, Ethereum, I like to move into Ethereum because it's set to outperform. So I think as far as crypto goes, you would lose less in Ethereum. That's why I've allocated a lot of mine into it. But yeah, man, with Bitcoin looking the way it's looking and probably going to 43, even if the altcoin looks good or whatever fundamental thing you want to hear, somebody tells you that it's going to take over, there's better opportunities to get it, and the better opportunities are when Bitcoin is looking healthy again, all right? When it's confirming a low, confirming a bottom, holding, and then rallying back towards the upside. Then get in on the alts, dude, all right? That time will come, but you got to wait, you got to be patient. That was like a month ago when Bitcoin was way up and controlling. Yep. I just hold it, but I'm pretty down. Yeah, dude. Which is a good lesson as well as to if anybody ever comes across your way and just buy Solana, dude. Buy it. It's going to 100. It's going to... Nobody freaking knows that stuff, all right? So people said the same thing about Cardano. Cardano, if you listen to most personalities on YouTube and everything, should be at like $10 right now. Oh, it's about to go to 30 cents. Look at that. You will never hear me get on here and chill moon boy a coin when this is a technical analysis channel, okay? That's not what we do here. Fundamentals play a part. The company or the coin or whatever the project needs to be somewhat solid. It can't be total garbage like Shiba Inu. But at the same time, I don't freaking know, dude. I don't know if Solana is going to be the Ethereum killer. I don't know if Cardano is going to be that. Anybody that comes to you like, yeah, dude, it's going to be. They're full of crap and you need to avoid them, you know? So, or at least from here, I guess, right? Who knows? I'm sure there were people back in the day who said Ethereum is going to be the thing, and it ended up being the thing. Cool. All right. Is it luck? Kinda. With this, at least, we know that it could fail, but we're only risking 8% for the gain, okay? So we're going in with a plan. We know how much we're going to lose. We can lay our head on our little pilly pills at night and relax and sleep and dream of fuzzy things and chestnuts and Christmas or whatever. I just held them pretty down. Yeah, dude, it's all good, man. It's all good, all good. Well, dude, listen, you're here, right? You're in this. So all I would ask you just, if you really want to learn how to trade, if you're just looking to buy stuff or whatever and then hold it for like longer term or whatever, and that's all good. This channel is for trading, right? It's for swing trading specifically, so. All good that you're down, brother. All good. All right, hey, let's take a look at Solana. And actually, hold on a sec. Vask, let me, because I got a thing earlier. Ginger Griffith, I don't know who you are. Vask, I don't know what Vask, I don't know what that is. Okay. Anywho, let's take a look at Solana, man. All right, fell out of the rising wedge formation. Yuck. Falling below this peak back here from October 3rd. All right, you fell below that a while back. This is the 4 hour. Yeah, so I mean, really, we'll throw a Fibonacci here, about 119 bucks. All right, that's your level of support back from September 21st. You're right at the 786. So notice how the wick came down, touched it ever so slightly before coming up. So it is regarding the 786 here, but the follow-through price action's not so good, all right? Negative momentum continuing to build. You're not making higher lows on the oscillators just yet. You could for sure see a move down to the 886 down here around $133, which would be a drawdown from this point of about 13%. So might be a little more pain in store for you, man. I'll be back when Bitcoin hits 70K again. I mean, dude, yeah. So, like, if Bitcoin does pivot at 43, let's say, Solana is probably going to pop off. You know, it'll pop off way before Bitcoin hits 70K. The market just needs to know that Bitcoin is, like, stable, all right? That it's either sideways or looking to continue to the upside. It's just when it's doing, like, these falling three methods and bearish divergence or no divergence and breaking critical levels of support, dude, that's when the altcoins sell off dramatically. And some of them don't even sell off as bad as Bitcoin, right? Even Solana, I believe, is outperforming Bitcoin, but they're selling off, right? Okay, never mind. Down 41% from its all-time high, so it's underperforming Bitcoin a little bit, but yeah, man. Maybe let's see, maybe the 4 hours helping you out. You look at that already. You had Class A bullish divergence going on, turned into bearish convergence. So you're not showing hidden bearish divergence or anything like that, but you're also not showing, the negative momentum is continuing to build, and as far as the RSI is concerned, you may have Class C bullish divergence going on, which is a same low on the oscillator, same low on the RSI, with a lower low in price. It's the weakest form of divergence, so it's like, You're probably heading to 886, all right, area of consolidation. You really don't want to break that. You break that, you're probably heading down to the 1272 at like $78. That's the next level of support. And again, it's just because Solana had such a crazy run up, right? It's like straight up from July to September. It's like straight up. So when it goes straight up, there's no levels of historical support to look for. So if you break the levels of support that we're looking at like $120, dude, it's like straight down to this peak back here from May 17th, which is at like $59. And that's at the 1414. The 1272 maybe, because you've got this little bit of selling off here, a little bit of a peak, but that's it. That's not strong support at all. It's just one time. It's just one little peak at the 1272. Okay. 1414 will be the next stop at $59. And I mean, dude, that's 61% down. We gotta hope Bitcoin makes its pivot, man. We'll see.
Are you not entertained?
Okay. I was just trying to see maybe there was like a weekly. Yeah, God, dude. Ew. Like, look. All the way back from November 8th, it's just been red candles, man. It's gross. Gross. Any pivot though, so here's the thing with Solana, any pivot above $27, all right, this low right here, any pivot above that and you'll have weekly hidden bullish divergence on Solana. So dude, it could sell all the way down to this peak back here from May 17th of 2021. It could do this, right, and pivot off of that as support. And on the weekly time frame, you would have hidden bullish divergence at that point. It could do that for sure. So it's tough, man. Okay, if I were you, I don't know if you need help with this, ask me, but I would have your stop below $120. I would put a stop. I'd put a stop like right at like 110. Because you break below 120, you're almost certainly heading down here to like $59, all right? In it for the long run, all right. Solana till I die. This music sometimes just gets to me. Yeah, man. Okay. So let's hope not for $59. That will be painful. I don't know how deep you're in it, but like again, man, can you be mad at Solana? It's like look at it. You've actually broken this weekly trend line all the way back from December of 2020. So, yeah. Also kind of gross. You have 6 days to close that, right? This is the first candle that's actually broken out below it. So you get back above it, okay? But I don't know why Solana would do that with Bitcoin selling off and doing what it's doing. It won't. So it'll probably break the trend line, head down to $115, and then again, you break 115. You're probably heading to $58. All right. Which at pivot there, you'll most likely have large amounts of hidden bullish divergence on the weekly, and then it'll start to run again, okay? And on a weekly time frame, it could do something like how this line looks, all right? But that could take, months. So I hope you're in it to hold it for months. Long term is what it sounds like, all right? The long run. What about the short walk, dude? You're in it for the long run. What's your short walk plan?
Are you not entertained?
Take a look at Ripple for the Ripple moon boys out there. I'm actually curious. XRP to Bitcoin. Let me take a look. What a weird looking. What the hell happened here? Same low, lower low, same low. Okay, class C. Just lower lows on the RSI though. That's very weak divergence if it's divergence on the weekly. Below the 200-day moving average on the daily. All right, you're back above some major inflection points. Touch back here November 14th, July 28th, October 28th. All right, so above that, I'm not even going to try and calculate Satoshis on that. 1629 billionths of a, I don't even know. Billionths of a Satoshi of a Bitcoin. There is no little stroll. There can be. You ever think about that, man? Could be. Could be a little stroll. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing about Ripple's chart that screams outperformance of Bitcoin. You're at a pretty critical level, I would say. Even this touch, I mean, these scam wicks are like ridiculous. I don't know, this is on Binance. Really though, this point here, 1.629 billionths of a Bitcoin. I'm not really even sure I don't even know if that math is correct. But you're holding on to it for dear life, I'll say that. So, I mean, fall below. All right, you've got a zone here, and it's good that you're above it. Definitely. I don't know. Like, it doesn't look as good as Ethereum's chart. And even on the weekly, it's like, it's the same. It's the same low and a lower low on the oscillator. So it's not even like, there's no like Class A bullish divergence or anything. So there's nothing really saying to me that Ripple is going to outperform Bitcoin on a percentage basis, right? This is what this talks about. So take the fundamentals out of it on a weekly timescale, which projects like weeks, months. I don't really see anything saying Ripple's going to outperform Bitcoin. Now, it depends on how long you want to hold it. I don't know, but it's definitely at a critical point here and not showing really any signs of reversal. So I don't know, man. You could very well break through and underperform Bitcoin. It's very possible. What else? What else? What else are we gonna look at? There's no little strolls apparently. So what else? Let's take a look at Pfizer again. All right, all this kookiness going on. Pfizer, did it close at all-time highs? What was the all-time high here? Or what was the high? The high here was 55. It opened at 55.15, closed here. What did it close at? 55.20. 55.15, 55.20. It officially closed an all-time high. Oh. All right, so Pfizer making history. Is it making history though? Let me look way left. Yeah. Wow. Pfizer at all-time highs. Wow, would you look at that? Cool, man. Cool. Good for you. Man, I remember a time when everybody like hated pharmaceutical companies, and now Pfizer's like the golden child. I don't understand. I mean, like I do, but I also don't. Pfizer at all-time highs though. Gapped up a little bit on the day. I mean, way up. It's probably because they're talking about their booster working against Omicron or whatever. I did just see the UK reported its first death. Pfizer all time, you don't say hard to believe. But yeah, right, dude? Oh my God, it's only, sponsored by every single mainstream media and late night television show on the planet. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I can't believe that they're making all this money. It's like, duh, of course they are, dude. It's like, just because you don't have to pay for the vaccine. Somebody has to pay for the vaccine, right? Somebody has to pay for it. If it's a government, if the government's covering the cost, which they are, then Pfizer's still getting paid. They don't just make them for free. Pfizer's getting paid by the government. So it's like, cool, big pharma and government working side by side. And I'm not here to talk about the efficacy of it. I get that it works and all that cool stuff, whatever. But I'm just observing a chart on it, right? sucks for Moderna and their experimental flu shot. Yeah, I don't know. They're trying to get back on it. I know CEO was like, yeah, ours doesn't work against Omicron. So it was like, right? They kind of just fell off after that. So off, but they actually had a good day. They did better today than Pfizer actually did. They're up 5.81%. They're not at all-time highs like Pfizer is, but if we move it back to their weekly chart, we were worried last week because the negative momentum was starting to build again, but it's now waning back towards the upside again, all right? So the weekly hidden bullish divergence argument is definitely still in play. If anything, you've kind of come down and confirmed this trend line, all right, back from March 29th as support after a morning doji star with hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and the RSI like I was talking about. The conversation might be back in play for Moderna to break off to all-time highs, all right? This is on a weekly time scale. This is very important. The daily... making a slightly higher high in price, so wiping out that bearish divergence argument there, back above the 200-day moving average, all right? So Moderna could be getting its strength back again. Their stock was wiped out last few days until today. Yeah, man. Yep. But that's the thing, right? It came up. It hit this area of consolidation up here around $367. Had that bad news, sure. But now it's starting to reverse and back above 200-day moving average. The hidden bullish divergence is back in the argument for the weekly, right? So it's like, okay, a little bit of news might have shook it in the very short term, but now you're seemingly making a higher low, right? All right, so, and you had local hidden bullish divergence going on from this low, December 6th to December 10th, right? Negative momentum waning, kind of class C on the RSI, but divergence nonetheless. So this could be the pivot point for Moderna, okay? This could be the back test, holding, running back towards the upside, and I mean, really, most likely you're heading back up to like 377. Could be a gain of, good lord, about 35%. Stop. $218. So it's not going to be 3-to-1 odds, right? Definitely not 3-to-1 odds. About 1.83. But you can move it up even a little bit. Risk 14%, 2.31. Okay, I wouldn't personally take a trade on that yet. But depends on your time frame. It's not really a swing trade opportunity, but it's interesting. Be a longer time frame play for sure. All right, I would want to see this weekly candle do something a little strong. Imagine like this weekly candle coming up and filling this gap. Then it's like, yeah, you're probably heading, and then the stop would go right down here below this shoulder back here, probably at like 322, and then the play is up to the all-time high for sure. All right, and then I'd be color me shocked. They come out and say, oh look, ours is 99.87% effective against Omicron, and then it just pumps up or whatever, right? So you know they're in the lab right now working on that. They can't let Pfizer beat them. Which is cool, right? That's what competition does. It forces companies and people to work on a product and put it out. And hopefully they just do it the right way. But, yeah. Interesting stuff. All right. How we doing, guys? How's everybody in here doing? All right. Somebody just name your favorite company, all right? Your favorite food, whatever the hell it is. Name something, because I think I'm out of stuff to talk about. Ah, Nick, hold on. I just don't have it on the stream here, but let's take a look at Litecoin for you, man, real quick. All right, so Litecoin. Ooh, Litecoin had a falling 3 method. Yeah. Litecoin with the falling 3 method, gross. All right, at historical levels of support. These peaks back here, highest point trader set up June 30th, July 4th. All right, also this inflection point back from September 29th. You're holding on to it, which is good, right? You've got a falling 3 method and price is really trying to hold on to this, so not bad. Slight, if you can pivot right now, Class A bullish divergence, kind of weak. Philly special. Hold on. Yum ain't doing. Yeah, dude, let's take a look. No divergence on the 4 hours. So that's not good. You do have bearish divergence, hidden bearish divergence on the 4 hour. That was on December 12th, right? We pushed it back down. Confirmed, gross, yuck, ew. So let's just take a look at where this is heading if it does break below. You've got a little bit of support here at 140. Yeah, I would say so. This shoulder back here from December 24th, as well as this valley from September 28th. All right, so you can see some support at like 138 bucks, but break below that. This is a good opportunity actually to do some confluence as far as Fibonacci's are concerned. So we can do one there, and then we can do one here. What I mean by confluence is you could do multiple Fibonacci's on different swing lows to swing highs. Or what I guess I could say is they're different swing lows. It's the same swing high. But what you could do is line up areas of confluence like this swing low to this swing high. The 886 lines up with this swing low to the swing high of the 786, right? So if the 886 lines up on the 786, it's a stronger area of support. Now on this, you're right at the 786, I believe, yeah, of this swing low, holding on to it at a full reset. So the way that I would box this off, I would do this. I would do that. Is this music too loud? Hold on. Music good? Should be good. What's the sound at? Should be good. So I'll do this box, right? This could be an area of support. Yeah. Yep. This is also the peaks back here from June 29th. All right, so you're at levels of historical support. The daily maybe is showing some exhaustion. It's pretty weak. 4 hours not really showing anything. And the weekly, not showing anything either. All right, just bearish confluence. But yeah, you fall below these peaks, you're heading down to 104 bucks. Most likely $100 historical support. But if we're talking from the wicks, yeah, 104.80, and then below that it's like 85 bucks or whatever. Cool. All right, dude. Yeah, let's take a look at Yum. Taco Bell. Anybody that's interested in Taco Bell likes gorditas, dude. I mean, dude, they've been doing pretty well. These lines everywhere. Hold on a sec. Fell below. Caused some support at its peak back here from May 10th. How far back does that go? I mean, dude, Yum's been doing incredible. Everybody doesn't know, Yum Brands Incorporated is the company that owns Taco Bell. Got some T-Bell on Saturday, so I helped them out a bit. Yeah, there you go. That's probably why they're getting back up to all-time highs, because you bought one gordita. Are you kidding me? Just kidding, dude. I know you're kidding. I know we get around here. But from the COVID crash, why would the COVID crash affect Taco Bell, by the way? I don't know. Well, they own more than Taco Bell, but it's up 136%. 630 days. So 130% over 2 years, and not bad. Not bad. Yeah, dude, you're approaching all-time highs. I'm trying to see. Hold on. Oh, hey, no. My dog barking. Dude, I mean, but like, could you deny the hidden bullish divergence that was going on the weekly, right? Lower low on the MACD, lower low on the RSI, higher low, consolidation at levels of historical support. These peaks, May 10th, right? These peaks back here never even got back down to the September 9th area, but this peak here. So you're showing hidden bullish divergence starting to sell back off towards the upside, consolidation on a weekly time scale. On the week, 7.24%. Last week's. The daily was also showing that hidden bullish divergence, right? So selling off, consolidating. How far did it get down? Yeah, 618 lined up almost perfectly with the peak back here, dude. 618, the golden retrace, right? One of the most common areas for an asset to retrace. Started consolidating at that point, making slightly higher lows, and then popped up a little bit, right? So while I will say there's no bearish divergence or anything, right? So it could very well just sell back off down to this consolidation point before going and breaking all-time highs. That's where it looks like it's going. All right. I don't see why Yum Brands Incorporated doesn't break all-time highs. And for me, I would do a Fibonacci from the high to the low in that case for targets. First target, obviously, resistance point is going to be $135, the previous all-time high. I'd say the 1618 after that, $144, $145, which at this point would be a rise of about 9.69%. Cool. So you put $100 on it and it goes up to this point. This is not what you want to do. We don't buy assets like this at all-time highs. That's not what we look for here. I'm just saying when it comes to getting those free gorditas, if we were to take this position, we would need it to get up to the 1618. $100 would get us $9. At which point, I think a gordita's 3. We'll get 3 gorditas.
Are you not entertained?
Money.
Yeah, dude, barking in the middle of the live stream. You kidding me? I'm gonna have to give her up. Anybody wants a dog? I have one for you. All right. She barks during live streams. She's rude. Just kidding, dude. You would have to literally kill me to steal my dog. We're trying to talk about all-time highs here, dude. That's right. That's right. All right, man. That's pretty much it, though, dude. Unless anybody else here has something they want to talk about, want me to look at, that's going to do it, man. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's daily did close. Dude, it's trying so hard to hang on to 47,000. But dude, this kind of price action with a candle like that, 6.71, it's like, okay, it sold off 6.71. Okay, sure, there's gonna be some scalpers down at the bottom getting some local relief, but it doesn't negate the fact that you confirmed that bearish of a candle close, and doesn't mean that this thing is pivoting here and going back towards the upside. I see nothing implying that. It's just at a level of historical support, at a Fibonacci retracement. Okay, it's fine. If that's good enough for you, it's good enough for you, take it. It's not good enough for me. All right.
That's not good enough.
So, yeah, I'll probably still see you down at 43, and we'll look at it then. All right, even 40 would be all right. I'd be okay at 40. A lot of historical support down at 40. But we need more time for it to get there. All right. So the sentiment is still 43,000. We will observe it then to see if it's worth putting a little extra quiche in. All right, a little extra G's. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. It's been live about an hour. 13 was a good stream, I think. Hopefully you learned something. Go ahead and join the Discord to the right, all right? The bottom right part of your screen. Get in there. Talk to me about stuff. Talk to other people about stuff. Like-minded traders in one spot where we can all be observing different things. If we have questions, we can help each other out. That's how I learned, man. That's how I learned pretty much everything that I know at this point, was just working with other traders. I would post stuff up. They'd say, hey, dude, you're an idiot. That's wrong. And I learned more from things I was wrong about than what I was right about. That's just me personally. So don't be afraid to get in there if you are interested in crypto, stocks, whatever it is, man. Get in there, and maybe it'll be beneficial for you, man. Maybe it'll help you out with your trading. So go ahead, the Discord, the Instagram, the Twitter, join them up. Reach out to me personally if you want. I'll be more than happy to talk to anybody about this kind of stuff. Please give the video a like, hit the subscribe button, help me reach more people with this message, with this information in the world of Moon Boys and Shiba Inu and stuff like that. It's important to have at least a basic understanding of this kind of stuff if you're going to be trading, right? If you're going to actively participate in the market. So go follow all that stuff. Hit that like button, the subscribe button, hit the bell to get the notifications. And, dude, yeah, man, I'll be back on Wednesday. I will see you then. And, as always, remember to keep it technical. Rob Highs.
Frosty!
That's not good enough. Money.
Are you not entertained?